Rude awakening. Don watches himself walking the downtown streets in New York City looking good. The air is crisp. He feels a euphoric high as he diddy bops the Swiss beats playing from a parked SUV. The driver of the loud vehicle nods to Don in acknowledgement of his presence. He walks to a corner store and buys a Guinness Stout. The clerk opens his beer and he walks out of the store sipping the icy cold lager through a straw. He passes by police officers who clearly see him drinking, yet they greet him in a friendly manner and then go about their way. Don gets to the next corner and there are guys shooting dice and smoking weed. He stops to say what's up and everyone embraces him warmly, like he is somebody special. And he does feel special. A big Jamaican Fanta-Leaf spliff is passed to him and he accepts it wholeheartedly. Life is good. Don steps on and there's an excitement in the air. Everybody he passes, white, black, Spanish, men and women, look at him and smile. He is in tune with the world. As he walks on, two extremely beautiful women jump right in step with him and grab his hands from both sides. They are happy, radiant, very sophisticated, and in perfect synchronicity. Their minds are on a collective consciousness. No words need to be spoken. They all know the plan. To the club they go. They don't have to stand in line. They don't have to pay. And they don't have to go through the metal detectors. The trio walks past everyone, and nobody gets upset when Don and his honeys are let in ahead of them and are given such presidential treatment. He is not a celebrity or a professional athlete, but everyone is feeling his vibe. He's not recognized, but they recognize. Don and his ladies get 3 incredible hawks for free, of course, and head to the dance floor. The drinks go straight to their heads, and the music is on the money as he and the girls get down together. The whole club is jumping, but Don and his crew are at the center of attention. Their dancing gets intense, and the song ends with some spectacular shit. One girl sitting backwards on his shoulder, her legs are wrapped around his face, and the other girl's under him looking up with her face between his legs. The crowd claps at the end of their routine. Dawn and the girls are hot and sweating. They get 3 waters and leave the club. A yellow cab pulls up and they jump in. City Island, Dawn tells the cab driver, and those are the only words spoken all night. As the car for hire glides through the streets and highways of the city, Dawn and his girls are in the back seat feeling each other up, French kissing and really warming up to one another. The cab has a bar. One of the ladies have weed, and Anthony Hamilton is playing on the stereo. Within minutes, the cab is pulling up at one of the smaller seafood restaurants on City Island. They get out of the cab, and Dawn tries to pay the cab driver, but the cab driver shakes his head no and refuses to take any money from him. The crew head into the dimly lit, rather crowded restaurant and are taken straight to their seats, which seems to have been reserved just for them. In a matter of seconds, a large seafood salad is brought to them. Just one big salad with chunks of seafood for them all to share. They happily feed each other. Before they can finish their salad and raw clams, the biggest shrimp Dawn has ever seen is placed in front of them. Not a bunch of jumbo shrimp, just one big pot roast-sized shrimp. Dawn literally has to carve it with a knife. Super king crab legs and fried salmon are also served. All the food is delicious, and the champagne is icy cold. Dawn and his people devour all of their seafood and get up to leave. They don't have to pay, and the waiter is ecstatic that they had such a good time. They step outside, and the same cab that took them to City Island is still waiting for them. One by one, they get into the very roomy back seat, and the car takes off. The taxi pulls up to the Econo Lodge Motel in the Bronx, and the trio get out. Dawn walks to the check-in area, and the clerk gives him his key. Room 116, Dawn's birthday. The room is bigger than Dawn usually gets, and the refrigerator is stocked extra well. especially for a sleazy motel. The girls waste no time getting comfortable. The two females strip down to nothing and begin to give each other oral pleasures. Don is watching and he feels his erection growing. The girls are perfect in every sense. Not 1 ounce of extra fat and no stretch marks. They are moaning and enjoying one another while Don is taking off his clothes and feeling his Jimmy trying to bust out his pants. Don gets down to his underwear and the girls are about to climax. They start coming in convulsions and Don is so turned on that when he takes off his underwear, he starts coming too. Then everything changes. The expression on the girls' faces change. They are angry at Don. He was not supposed to bust off yet. Everything was going perfect until he shot his load. The two women stand up, and now they are much more muscular than they appeared earlier. Beginning to look really creepy, the nipples turn into pointy needles, and they keep trying to hug Don. To be squeezed by one of them would equal getting impaled. Their persistence to hurt Don becomes more intense. Don finds himself swinging haymakers at them and making some good connections. Still they keep coming at him, infuriated because he ejaculated. He begins to really duke it out with one when the other grabs him from behind and pushes her pointy titty into him. The pain is explosive, and Don feels it all through his body as he tries to break free. Her grip is too tight, and she just will not let go. The more he struggles, the weaker he becomes. Soon, the other girl will give him his fatal hug. Don hears his name being called, and his penis starts to have feeling. Yes, he thinks his hard dick will save the day. These girls won't be mad anymore once he gets his erection back, but the ladies keep fighting. Even with his fully erect Johnson sticking up, they are too mad to stop. Don hears his name being called again. He is about to take a tit to the heart when he hears, "Don, wake up, baby. You're dreaming." He opens his eyes and looks upon the concerned face of his grandmother as she places a pillow on his stomach. He is happy to see her because the dream felt so real that his back is still hurting. As he looks around, he realizes he is not home. Then he sees his dad, Lydia, and Damien. Don tries to sit up, but his back really does hurt. And most embarrassingly, Don becomes aware that he has a hard-on under the pillow. That's why his grandma put the pillow on him. "Having a nightmare, son?" his dad asks, trying to be funny and break the tension. Something like that. "Hi, Damien. Come give your stinky breath daddy a hug." This is the first time Don has had his son, dad, and grandmother in the same room. It also dawns on Don that he is in the hospital. Then it clicks as to why he is there. He remembers what he did to Lydia, and he remembers that he never told his dad or his grandmother about Lydia and Damien. What a tangled web we weave. "I assume you met Damien and Lydia," Don says to his dad and grandmother while hugging his son. "Daddy hurt?" Damien sobs. "Only for a minute," Don replies. "So what is my prognosis?" "You're gonna be fine until you get out of here. Then you'll have to deal with me," Grandma says assuredly. "You know, you really should have told us about this a long time ago." "Mom, I thought we were gonna wait until he got out of the hospital," Dad says. "I know, I just can't believe I'm a great-grandmother." She reaches her arms out to her great-grandson Damien, and he rushes into her grasp. It is obvious they have taken a liking to each other. And there's a lot I don't understand. Like, why would anyone want to hurt you? She pauses to let her words sink in. What about Lydia and Damien? If this never happened, would I have ever known about them? Mom, maybe we should wait until he has more strength, Dad states. Grandma, I did want you to know. I even wrote you and Dad a letter explaining everything. We got it, Dad chimes in. But would we have gotten it if you were not on your deathbed? I thought you said I was going to be okay. You are, and you know what I mean. You knew something was going to happen to you. How was I supposed to know? You knew. That is why you wrote the letter in the first place. If only Dawn could tell her the whole truth of why he put the pen to the paper. I wrote you and Dad a letter because I had a heavy conscience. You needed to know. I kept it from you for far too long, and I'm sorry. Grandma begins to feel a bit guilty about grilling her grandson so hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm very proud of you. You saved a lady's life. The Lord has blessed you for that. Dawn had forgotten. Sometimes he does good things. Sometimes. Thanks, Mom. The fire burns in Grandma's eyes once again, as he will not be forgiven so easily. I'm still very angry, Donathan. How could this happen? The hurt and the question his grandmother poses gives Dawn the strength to sit up all the way. If there is a pain in his movement, he does not feel it. He is lost, thinking about why someone tried to kill him. How could someone be so angry at him that they would want to eliminate him? And even more outlandish, why was he still alive? Questions filled his mind. Who was the boy that did this to you? Grandma breaks into Dawn's thoughts. They say his name is Johnny, Dad answers for him. They are still looking for him. Still looking? Yes. What does he have against you? Grandma demanded to know. Maybe, just maybe if Lydia was not standing there, Dawn could tell the truth. That he got involved in some pussy that he should never have touched. He got duped, but that still is no excuse for his stupidity. I waxed his butt in a basketball game, and he has been hating on me ever since. Is that what this is all about? A basketball game? People have been hurt for less, Dad replies. He has issues with a lot of people. I think I just really got his goat. Are there any females involved? Lydia speaks for the first time. Everybody waits for Dawn's answer. Her question was on everybody's mind, but Lydia was the only one who had the guts to ask. No, there are no females involved, Dawn lies. Well, I'm glad you're okay, and I will feel much better when they catch that Johnny. You and me both. Dawn is relieved when a nurse walks in to check all his vital signs. Her name tag says Linton, RN. She is a proud, no-nonsense woman of Jamaican descent. She is quick at her job and ready to see about the next patient. Dawn is not quite ready for her to go. How am I doing? He asks her. Nurse Linton looks around the room at his concerned family. You'll be fine under my care. You'll be even better if you listen to your family. Trust in God and stay out of trouble. She exits with an amen and a hallelujah. Grandma looks at her son and Lydia. May I talk to Dawn alone for a moment, please? Dawn's dad is hesitant for fear that his mom may break fool on Dawn. Okay, Mom, but take it easy on him. He still needs time to recuperate. Dad leaves the two alone to talk. You have to decide what you are going to do with your life. I know you are worried about me. I'm worried about me too. Dawn wants to tell her that he is willing to consider all options set before him. He is glad to be alive, and he wants to keep it that way. I'm more than worried about you. I'm terrified. And it's not so much your life that concerns me, it's your death. I couldn't take it if something happened to you. I would just die. I felt like I was gonna die when I first heard the news that you were hurt. It's time you thought of an alternate route. I know. You want me to go to college. It doesn't have to be college. You should consider the Army or the Peace Corps. Anything that can get you away from here. I guess I really disappointed you. I am disappointed. But don't get me wrong, I'm very proud of you. You've come a long way, especially since your mother's passing. That devastated all of us. And you've had that job for over a year. You're proving yourself to be a responsible young man with lots of potential. How could you have a child? Why would you keep it away from me for so long? Am I expected to come to grips with being a great-grandmother so easily? I'm too young to be a great-grandmother. She breaks a smile from her own flattery. Still, the tears begin to fill her eyes. That is precisely why I can't go anywhere. I have to be here for you, Dad, and Damien. It's so violent here. It won't do us any good if we lose you. Grandma begins to cry. You could be dead right now.